What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy TraderPrad, and I am back. That's right, it's Monday, a brand new week, a brand new trading opportunities. This week's actually action-packed. We got the big IPO coming from ARM, another chip stock. We'll dive a lot into that. We also got the Apple event tomorrow, as you guys can see with the fun little thumbnail over here that I got going on, the Prad Cook. If I might say so. The nice little Apple event, rumored to have the brand new iPhone 15, which is a whole gram lighter. Holy smokes! How did they do that? Chat, a whole gram lighter than iPhone 14. Oh my goodness, Apple with the life-changing innovations over here from the 14 to 15. So yeah, I can't wait to see what other changes will be revealed going into the event tomorrow, or even if the iPhone is revealed tomorrow, and what trading opportunities we get off of all of this craziness. I also hear something about possible new AirPods, or maybe another update to an AirPods that they did last time. So we'll dive into all of these things. We'll maybe look for some rumors. We'll also look for our trades today. Shuffle through some of my positions, see what made me money, see what took away money from me, and how we can do better next time. Some of the movers that moved around today, and look for opportunities on them tomorrow, and look for anything that moved around basically in the after hours for those earnings plays like Oracle, or any general earnings, any journal after hours catalyst plays that moved around. I did happen to find a good list of stocks today to dive into, so we'll dive into that. But before I do, let's take a look at what the chat looks like. We got TH in the chat. What's up, TH? Thank you for coming by. King Crispy CDP, my man TraderPrad, how you doing, brother or sister? Chris Freeman, $10 off. No, it's more like now that the phones are no longer made in China, they're made in India and outside of China, the cost of the phones are gonna skyrocket. That's just how it's gonna be. And at least they're gonna be a whole gram lighter. All right, at least a whole gram lighter from the old iPhone. So life-changing changes over there from Apple. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Prad, you're not into Twitch anymore, right? I mean, if I'm gaming, I'll stream on Twitch or Kick. But no, for now, I'm just gonna do YouTube. But because there's not really that much traction for trading that I found on Twitch. No one really cared about it, and a lot of my viewers, I should say, were already on YouTube, so it was just the easier option to go do it on YouTube. Hey, why don't we start getting into all of the things that we want to start diving into today, the deep dive. So go to the full screen over here. We got, first off, all of my trades to start today. It's going to be the Qualcomm stock. Qualcomm announced that they're going to partner up with Apple, provide them chips going into the next few years over here, I believe. So positive catalyst. They popped up about 5% in pre-market, but these levels in pre-market we're really struggling, and you can see the stock now getting held up by VWAP. It was trading under VWAP the whole time. I did try along around this 110 area. If you look at the stock on a longer time frame, Qualcomm, if you look at the stock on a longer time frame, right here around this 110-ish, it was 2 days ago's high, Thursday, September 7th high. So I figured if there is a chance to get a quick little dip buy off the open where the stock gives you a chance to get long and then rips up to the north side and really starts going crazy, then that could be the spot over there near 110. So I let the stock open. It actually flushes below 110, goes around 108.50 near this 100 period EMA or the 50 period EMA. I think it's the 100 period EMA, the white line. Pushes to that line down there and then bounces off it. I get back in on when it re-enters 110. So I get back in when it re-enters 110. I take profits and then I get stopped out, sadly, and that's the end of my trade. Now I'm figuring, hey, the stock really struggled to get past 111. If it does push back up to 111 and then gets back under 111, I'm gonna actually look for a short over here and risk the high of that move. I think it was around 111.16, 111.14 actually, the high of this move over here. So I'm now short, risking the high of that candle itself. Never really came to test. It does come closer to 111, gives you a chance to get more size in if you were looking for that. But no, I wasn't really ready for that trade yet. So overall, doesn't stop me out. Nice little move to the downside. I see the tape stalling out in front of 109. 109 also somewhere around these lows over here. This 108, 109 consolidation, recent consolidation area. So I figured, it's probably best to not fight the trend for a bigger hope dream of going back to yesterday's close. The catalyst is positive, and I am watching the tape stall out. It's not as aggressive to the downside as it probably was over here. So nice little out over there. I tried the short again. I do get nice little outs again at VWAP. Tight risk to reward. Beautiful trades at the end of the day. Qualcomm was my number one stock. Win on the longs, win on the shorts. It's pretty rare that I win on both sides of the direction. It's best to stick to one direction and keep trading it. And clearly the direction over here for Qualcomm was to the short side. I could have possibly held the short a little bit longer. I even waited for the right side of the V. If you can see, let the stock go up, burn the stops around 111, because this time the stock not only takes out this high, which we would have had our stops if we got in too early, if we were front running it. So I let it burn the stops, show me a new high, show me the exhaustion of this move, which this time happened to be around 111.22 or so. And then I get short closer to 111 when it pops back up. And then I'm just writing down my risk, my reward, everything is outlined. I basically let the trade play itself. I have no worries at that point. I know how much I'm going to lose if the stock loses. I know how much I'm going to win if it goes to VWAP or lower than VWAP. And the winning percentage of the setup for me. And it's already given me a win earlier on in the day where I could risk 15, 20 cents off of this multiple dollars moves that I already bagged on the day today. So amazing risk to reward trade setups, always to be sought out for. Today we found that on Qualcomm. We'll put Qualcomm on the list from the stocks that I traded to also take a look at for possible trades tomorrow. So delete this one for now and move on to the next one. Tesla. Tesla is monstrous today. Monster move. I actually forget what the catalyst even was for Tesla. If anyone in the chat can remind me, I'm going to quickly even head over to Tesla robo-taxi surfaces as image in Elon Musk biography. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Was there a big news catalyst for Tesla today? I remember there was something there for Tesla. I just can't remember it. Was it an upgrade? Said Tesla Dojo supercomputer may add as much as 500 billion to the computer's market value through faster adaptation of robo taxis and network services. Okay, so that's a little catalyst over there, robo taxis and so on. So Tesla obviously getting a nice little boost in the valuation. I even saw some Twitter space calls being held where Spencer from SMB Capital, one of the managing directors in SMB Capital, and traders and trainees, he trains. Trainer and trader, sorry, is what I wanted to say, not trainee. He was sitting in a Twitter space call where this Twitter space call was Tesla will quadruple in 2024 or something, quadruple or double in 2024. So I'm guessing that was something to do with today's catalyst about robotaxis and supercomputers and all that craziness. So I actually got short first to start off the day. So here I am leading off the pre-market high. The stock actually gives you so many chances to short this level. You could have kept scalping this level every time it goes there, in, out, in, out, in, out. I actually stay away from it. Eventually I figure, hey, it is actually struggling a lot to take out this area near 266. I'm going to try get short, and it gives me a beautiful risk to reward. Look at that, out all the way down to 263 for only risking what, like 50 cents at best on that trade. I got multiple dollars to the downside. Some beautiful short to start off my day with on Tesla. Later on, I actually take the breakout long off that area. So I missed the 266 breakout long. I didn't really want it, to be honest. I was still looking for the shorts over here, but how strong the stock held 265, I stayed away from the shorts. I made the right decision. I was looking at the tape. The tape was showing me a lot of buying coming in around 265. One of my traders or co-traders on the floor, not my traders, mentioned, hey, if you are interested, look at that 266.50 breakout. And he was right. The stock just plummeted, not plummeted, the stock just plowed through the 266.50 area, took out that level, and just kept straight going up to the north side. Never really came back below 266.50 if I remember. But here's where I start going long. When the stock goes above 267, and then after going above 267, there's 1,000 lots, 100,000 shares showing up that they want to buy at the price 267. After Tesla has made a new high on the day, it's up like 6-7%. This is $1 trillion company, and you're seeing people throwing down $25 million buy share sizing orders on Tesla at the middle of the day over here, around 11:30, around 12 o'clock. So clearly something's happening. So I figure, hey, knowing that risk to reward again, if I'm leaning off of that size, if that size is on 267 and I'm getting filled anywhere 20s or below 20s, my risk is basically 20 cents, 30 cents at best for that insane reward that you can always get out of a stock like this. Sadly, I'm such a paper-handed beep that I trade this so poorly. So look at my bad exits on this position. I get in, I add, I'm out already, and within before the stock even hits $1. Before it even hits $1, I'm just getting scared and punching out of this position. That was a little too much of a bad decision making. Later on, the size starts showing up on the ask. I think this was near 270. The size starts showing up near the ask, so I start trading off of the ask. I start shorting the stock. I get burnt on it. I say, you know what? I'm not gonna be stupid with it. I'm just gonna move on and let the stock do what it did, do what it wants to. Eventually, man, looking at hindsight, that dip buy at VWAP, or even holding that long, once I saw that size show up on that bid, that size again was chasing it to the north side. It went from 266 to 267 to 268 to 269. We saw it basically stair step every single dollar up. Who else would be buying $25 million worth of Tesla if it's not Aunt Kathy, right? So that's my guess over there. We'll probably see that a filing coming in very soon, Aunt Kathy or some big hedge fund or something coming out over here, someone coming out and buying a shit ton of Tesla shares, because 10% for a big company like this is not a joke. We will for sure be talking about the stock later on in the day for some possible trades, but this is how I traded it today. CGC, I got long, got stopped out, got short for a quick little scalp. Then I got short again, was a nice little winner. Didn't really like the way the stock was trading. There was also size showing up and size leaving on this stock, so I was trading off of that size. Nice short off of that level over there, rode it to the downside. Tried some shorts over here, didn't work out, stopped touching it. Eventually the long was the direction. Good trade. This one also will be on the watch list for us to take a look at, but this is how I traded today. CGC. Next one, QQQ. All losses on QQQ. So far, you guys only saw wins. Now you're going to see some losers. QQQ, try to short around the pre-market area, kind of like how I did Tesla. But later on in the day, when the market was so insanely strong, so damn strong today, the market, it first started flushing after gapping up. But then later on, the rally was just monstrous. QQQ obviously punished me a little bit for these shorts, but didn't lose too much. Kept my risk management tight, kept my sizing tight, and hence didn't really hurt me too much. But this is where I got hurt, where I kept my sizing small, but I didn't keep my risk management tight. I just kept getting stopped out much higher than I wanted to get stopped out. Didn't use hard stops, use timed stops over here. I guess it was a little bit of a bad call, wrong call, because the stock was also very much in play and taken off to the north side because they talked about something along their AI development and how it's going to be better than the last one that they made, which was Llama 2. So shout out to Meta, shout out to Zuckerberg, the reptile himself. It first gave you a beautiful short to start off the day over here at one point, but later on, that rally that the tech stocks took off with, Meta joined that rally rally, and I kind of got trapped up over here. This one hurt more than it should have, and that was also revenge trading it. After losing over here, I could have just stopped trading it, but then I just kept kind of revenge trading it. That was I went a little degen on Meta, but yeah, we'll take a look at Meta too for stocks to take a look at tomorrow. But here is the beautiful watch list for those of you interested. Oracle, KC, Skill, the three earning stocks that we have first up on board. So why don't we start off with ORCL, because I do know that this one is fun to trade on earnings days and recently made a new all-time high. If I remember correctly, yes, there you go. Recently made a new all-time high, and based off of the earnings move today, looks like it's green over here. I don't know what the earnings numbers are yet. I'm gonna find out right now. Oracle expects, so that's the next quarter. Where's this quarter's numbers? Oh, there we go. Oracle EP beats. Okay, nice little beat. Not too much of a beat on EPS, but revenue is a miss. They did miss on revenue slightly. The estimate was 12.46 billion. They came out at 12.45 billion. Shout out to Benzinga for showing us all of these numbers over here. This is the one that I'm reading out. Beat on EPS, miss on estimates for revenue. Coming in with the next one, cloud revenue up 30%, cloud infrastructure revenue up 66%, cloud application revenue up 17%. Everything looks good so far. 21% revenue up, 21% over there for NetSuite Cloud ERP. Oracle reports, as of today, AI development companies have signed contracts to purchase more than $4 billion of capacity in Oracle's Gen 2 cloud. Okay, good news over there. Oracle shares are trading lower. Why'd you ruin it for me? I guess seeing that the symbol is in the red in color should already indicate that the stock is down after posting earnings. Expects total revenue to grow to 5 to 7% in Q2. Q2 expected EPS is above estimates, so that should be bullish. All 9 utility co-owned by Berkshire Hathaway will replace ERP system Police. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Why we doing wee woo, chat? Why we doing wee woo? Oracle, though, looks like it did dump off on a miss on earnings report. Revenue coming in. Wow. Prastradamus coming in once again. Nailing the level over here. Would love to see where that level comes from for this stock. Looks like it was somewhere around here, 114. The gap high. So the gap up level coming into play near this 114.34 or so. Pretty interesting that that level is back into play again. Possible dip buy demand area. We could also go lower than this area, go into these areas near 110, 111 for showing for the 100 EMA test and looking for a possible supply, a real demand zone instead of just pushing back into this level. So be ready for a possible move back down to 110 if the stock if the investors don't really like everything that came out from the stock so far today. But from what I see, all things were green. The revenue for all their sectors that they're involved in was up. They are guiding higher. They're talking about how AI is helping them out. They did barely miss on revenue. It was expected 1.46. They hit at 1.45. So all things look good for me over here. And looks like just some sort of a profit taking, because the stock was recently at a damn new all-time high, or almost to a new all-time high. And just profit taking coming in. Maybe it wasn't as big of a beat as they thought it would, or it should come out with all things AI going on. So Oracle over here getting hurt a little bit off that report, but I possibly will be looking for some dip by longs. Like these levels should come into play. So let's just put up some prices over here, 110, 111 for some possible dip by longs. And if the stock shows us buyers coming in around this 114, if 114 holds, get long also. ER good in my opinion. Okay, Casey. Casey doesn't really do too much volume, $200 stock, but it did announce earnings report. We'll just show you guys what the earnings report looks like over here. Looks like a slight miss on revenue, a decent beat on EPS over here. So they did pop up to the north side. Not sure what the revenue sorry, guidance is for the future. Not something that I'll be trading tomorrow either. Stocks like these, very whipsaw very whipsaw action. Not really something that gives you clean moves, and the spread is nasty. So not too interested in trading it. Just wanted to put it up on the watch list over here for you guys. Same thing with SKIL, a dollar stock that doesn't even trade 1 million shares per day. Is really boring in my opinion. But this one comes out. Wait, didn't announce earnings already? They were supposed to announce earnings after hours. Let's go check out SKIL, sorry. SKIL was supposed to announce earnings. They did announce earnings. EPS miss, revenue B, and Skillsoft Q1 EPS. Oh, what? EPS in line for Q1 and revenue miss, but Q2 EPS misses and revenue beats. Okay. Overall, though, let's see how the stock moved in the after hours. Looks like barely no move in the after hour session. Yeah, no volume traded in the after hours at all in skill position. Not sure if we'll be even seeing anything coming into the stock tomorrow. So maybe just move on from it and go to stocks that actually moved around. This is what we always preach: trading stocks that are in play, like your Teslas, your Nvidias, your Apple. Surprisingly enough, the big tech was very much in play today. So we will be going through the big tech stocks. But here are some of the stocks that moved around after hours for you low flow traders. EZGO, possible moves to the north side coming in tomorrow. They had some sort of what's that thing called? I'm forgetting the word right now. I'm gonna have to pull it up over here. Direct offering. They had a proposed registered direct offering that they're going to pull back now, and possible moves back to the north side, maybe back above 50 cents, maybe even back to $1. Now that they're not looking to dilute their company. So just an idea over here. We'll keep this stock on watch. I need a lot of volume coming in tomorrow, so a lot of volume needs to be taking place. Right now we just got a nice little pop up. I think this was around from the calculators, it said like what, 30% pop or so. What did we end at on EZGO? 16%. Yeah, 20%, 16% pop coming in on this position in the after hours. And if there is any potential move to get back above 50, get back above 60 over here, we could possibly look into this stock for a nice little swing up north. We have been trading penny stocks a lot recently, and one of those penny stocks is actually CGC, which is now back above $1. So monster moves on some of these penny stocks recently. And I think EZGO is something to for sure keep a watch on, keep an eye on. And there you go. The next stock after our scanners was actually CGC and ACB, both of which, or one of which, have gotten above $1 today, and the other one is on its way to $1. So here's CGC. What an insane move! We did get a nice little short off of this 137, 140 area earlier on in the day on this trade, but now the next level, like what is the next level? Is wheat stocks really that much back in play? And the answer is apparently yes. We are getting monster moves on wheat stocks at the moment, so I'm interested in this zone at this level from 2 to 223. Let's see how the stock behaves if we do pull back into these levels. Yeah, look at that. Even this bottom 214 lands in that zone. So looking for a possible move to $2 on CGC. I'm not saying this happens tomorrow. The stock is up 81% today. There's a good chance the stock goes down more than 20% tomorrow and triggers SSR, and then on day 2 or day 3 really goes up to the north side. So be careful. I'm not saying it's going here tomorrow, but there's a good chance that we see the stock there very soon, and I'll keep a watch on it. CGC and ACB trying to get back above $1, trying to join its counterparties in that rally that these wheat stocks have been having. I can't talk. I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm just so exhausted. No dinner. Need to walk my dog still. Exhausted. I do a lot for you guys. I do a lot for me. Let's be real. I do all of this for me. I do everything because I like to do it. Okay, ACB. ACB monster moves again with the whole wheat sector, trying to get back above $1. We have to watch this as a sympathy play along with the rest of this wheat sector. And obviously, since CGC is already above $1, there's a good chance that ACB will now be the next stock that some of these lower bank account traders, I don't know how else to put it, but the lower net worth traders will be possibly looking to trade ACB instead of CGC because they like to take that infinite amount of size that they can take on. Is this camera tripping? Yeah, the camera's tripping. They like to take that infinite size on the penny stocks and so on. So we'll see if this one can get activated a bit. For example, volume on ACB 255 million, and volume on CGC was around 278 million. Never mind, I thought a little bit less. IRL dog walk stream, not a bad idea. We could do that. That is possible, but it's too dark for you guys to see anything. I have another half an hour over here with you guys though, and we are pretty much speed running through this list over here. This is gonna be the long part of the list. So let's keep on moving forward. SLRN. This stock sold off in the after hours session on a negative catalyst for themselves, and their counterparty actually popped up drastically on that positive catalyst. So we'll I mean, these are low. I don't want to say low float actually. Let me confirm if it is. Where is flow checker? Flow checker. Refresh. While we refresh, we got a nice little hoot session here. SLRN. 58 to 70 mil, not that small. 70% short float, so decent short float. And its counterpart was MLTX. What are you looking like? You are 30% short float and a smaller float overall. Yeah, baby. Now we're talking. So SLRN, obviously interesting because brand new IPO. IPO'd in May 2023. Popping up above IPO ranges, but now that the stock has negative catalyst, it's dropping to I guess, wow, actually a new all-time low now. Yeah, damn, Daniel. SLRN dropping to a new all-time low now, and pretty interesting to see what happens, I guess, at this all-time low for this position. Just trying to put some levels down over here for us to be addressing. These are the IPO levels. I'm always interested in the IPO high, IPO low, IPO body open, and IPO body close. Because those levels do come into play, but not anytime soon, I guess, for this stock, as we are actually well below these prices. We are now below the all-time low, a new all-time low coming in. Looks like the stock did hold $9. Let's actually see some volume. Yeah, look at that volume coming in the after hours and holding that $10 area. I guess you have to watch this $10 area for a possible long off of this 10 SSR long question mark. And MLTX also very interesting. And look, I wouldn't reject the idea of going long past 12 too, or 12 break long. Reject that idea too. We could see the stock run up to 16, or even I wouldn't say 22, but run up to the IPO prices over here. But I wouldn't for sure be surprised if the stock goes back to the all-time low, previous all-time low prices for $16 tomorrow after breaking this 12, or even showing some support at 10. The catalyst, as you guys might be waiting for, which I haven't mentioned yet, tumble 62% after some what was it, trial going wrong for them, sadly. Moderate to severe inflammatory skin condition did not meet satisfactory significance for a primary endpoint, blah 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 blah. So negative catalyst for these guys, positive catalyst for their competitors, MLTX, who are actually shorted much more than the other one. So this could this could take the stock into new territories. Moon shot it to the north side, and the stock's name's already Moon Lake, so I love it. All-time high price for the stock is 63.40. We got this range over here that I'm interested in, the high of this range, how the stock behaves over there if we do go back down. And no, I'm not marking that. Okay, so we have these levels mapped out. Now let's go see how the stock moved in the after hours. Looks like we did get that pop into a new all-time high, but we did come back down, settle between these two lines that we just threw down, and 68 was the high over there. So I'll be interested to see if this one can bring in some volume. If it's only trading 500,000 in the after or in the pre-market, not too interested in actually trading this one. But if it starts bringing in volume pre-market and we start seeing some crazy action, I would love to go long or short off of this stock. It will be some crazy moves for sure on both of these stocks. Watch pre-market levels. All right, now let's take a second off of the market and actually go do some research. ARM company. ARM's coming out with an IPO very soon. What do they even do? I know they are semiconductor. Okay, yeah, British semiconductor. Previously they were gonna get bought out, if I remember correctly, by Nvidia. Was it Nvidia trying to buy them out? I can't remember if it was Nvidia or somebody else that was trying to buy ARM out. There we go. Yeah, Nvidia announced a plan to acquire ARM from SoftBank, but the deal fell apart. $40 billion deal, and now they're gonna IPO instead, and the IPO is being priced in at around $5 billion. I thought it was what? Yeah, 3 to 5 billion. Okay, yeah, valuation between 30 to 70 billion. There you go. Potential revenue was 3.7 billion. That makes more sense because they were about to get bought out for 40 billion. That makes no sense for them to IPO at this point if they're getting evaluated at so low compared to what they were previously getting bid out for. So here we go, IPO, another semiconductor stock. Based off of this stock, we actually saw other semiconductor stocks get beat up. AMD got absolutely slaughtered today. Went down to 103 at one point. It looks scary. I said AMD's going down easily to 100 today. We're gonna see 100 on AMD. I kept saying that, and I was so happy AMD didn't go down to 100. Nvidia looked absolute slaughter fest at one point. It got saved later on, but Nvidia got beat down quite a bit off the open. It was like, what the hell is going on? Market obviously coming in and rescuing. Looks like that 445 level that we have mapped out also coming in and pinging that area. So it makes sense, right? It makes sense that people want to deleverage from some of these semiconductor positions as a new semiconductor stock, a big semiconductor stock is entering the market, and people might want to start investing in that one too. So it makes sense, a little bit of a deleverage, and also Nvidia has been having monster rally. Why not take some profits, right? Monster rally, why not take some profits? And ARM IPO, by the way, is not tomorrow. I'm just keeping it on watch list for you guys. Don't forget it. It's coming up very soon, 2-3 days. So you got to keep that in the back of your mind. If you forget it, you're gonna get screwed over, because this is probably going to be one of the hottest trades this week, without doubt. Hottest trades this week. Along with ARM IPO, we got a news release that Instacart, one of the biggest online food delivery services, is planning to IPO, and they are looking for a price between $26 to $28. I believe they're looking for an evaluation of around $5 to $10 billion or so. 9.3 billion evaluation for much evaluators targeting, at least Instacart. So is IPO season back in play? That's the point I'm trying to get to. We are seeing some of the bigger IPOs coming out. Does this give the chance to Discord to IPO as they were talking about it previously? Reddit, sadly, Reddit's IPO got shut down by by moderators and the users of Reddit themselves. They said we don't want it to become like some of these companies when they go public and they have investors come in, it becomes very predatory, I guess. They just want to make money. They keep making changes and influence ways to make profits. They influence more ads maybe on Reddit. They put more ways to monetize Reddit just so they can pump up the share value and the stock value and put that money in their own pockets at the end of the day. Makes sense. It's a business. They're trying to run a business, but Reddit users and Reddit moderators did not want that to happen to Reddit, and they actually fought against that whole idea of IPOing. So maybe Reddit actually never IPOs, but right now it looks like IPO season is heating up a little bit with ARM IPO coming up this week. Stay tuned. Very, very hot. So those are the IPOs. We're going to remove it from our watch list for tomorrow, however, because that's nothing to do in there. These are a long list of most active stocks. So we'll go back to there in a second. But why don't we go to these stocks over here, because we can quickly run over these stocks. Let's go to Twinkies. Owner who is Hostess Brands. I actually didn't know that until today. But Twinkies owners, Hostess Brands, getting a nice little buyout price share offer for $34.25. I believe that's the share price they're getting bought out for. Every single share of Twink. If you own a share of Twink, if the deal goes through, you will be given $34.25 per share that you own of TWNK cash. SJM, Smucker's Jam is buying them out, so they actually dropped down 7% because they're about to be out of a shit ton of money for buying this company now. So nice little move to Smucker's Jam on that buyout deal, but eventually it's a positive catalyst for Smucker's Jam right now, and in high interest rates period and high inflation period, the fact that you're spending that much amount of money doesn't really look good for the company on the books and so on. But it's an investment. They're investing in another company. They're buying them out and hoping to build on their brand and build on their portfolio, add Twinkies to their portfolio over here, and hence the stock is popping up to a nice little price range, the price that has never been at $34.25. So over the span of the next few months going into January 2024, where this trade will actually close, you might see the stock just popping closer and closer and closer to that price. I could actually be wrong on $34.25. Is it $34.50? Hello, where's the price? Anyone have the price? I actually did post the price on Discord earlier today. I can just go there, check on Discord. Where is that public chat? Scroll up. It should be right here. Yeah, I was right. $34.25. My memory's too good. Awesome. So for you buyout traders, watch out that position, and you can just buy some options right now for $34.25 if you want, and have that ride for until January 24th, 2024. SN. SN over here. Not sure what the catalyst was for this one. I think I found it on. Oh yeah, it was in the gainers catalyst. Not sure what the catalyst really was, but nice little increase on relative volume. Average 10-day volume of 1.5 million shares. Today brought in nearly 5 million shares on the trade sector. Stocks rising in the after hours. Can I see SN jumped after Jeffrey's coverage on the stock with a buy rating with a $67 price target. Ooh, nice little price target upgrade coming in for SN. Recent IPO. Okay. Why don't I see the dinosaur? Huh? I'm supposed to see a dinosaur here somewhere. That doesn't sound right to me. That candle for that date just sounds ridiculous. What the hell does this company do to have that ridiculous of a candle on that low of a volume? I feel like I remember looking at the stock IPOing now. I mean, I must have. July 2023, 31st July 2023. What was I doing on that day? Monday, July 21st. I don't remember this move. Well, since I was talking about how much I love to look at these levels, we'll mark these levels down and see what happens as the stock is making its way towards the, I guess, what's that, the open price? No, the close price. The close price of the IPO day. Let's see what happens around this 42 to, I guess, 44. Pretty big spread of a range for $2 spread for a $40 stock. I don't like that. So we'll see what happens. If there is any volume in this one, don't really like the way the chart is set up. Might have to be a little careful trading this one. So we'll just leave it in that sector without any notes for tomorrow. BB, BlackBerry, the Canadian mobile company. I guess it doesn't do mobile anymore, sadly. Love their mobile devices for a long time. Sad. However, they are the king of security. So let's see what happens in the future with BlackBerry. BlackBerry today popping up with, I believe, a catalyst that they're going to create some new. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. They have some sort of a new tech that they were creating for BlackBerry. Trying to find out where it is. Come on. There you go. Gain of BlackBerry sharp decline, recouping much of last week. No, they had some sort of another catalyst in it. Let me actually see if I can find it over here. I remember my trusty friends at Benzinga actually posted it somewhere today. Where is it? Launches certified solutions for hazardous material careers. Okay, that wasn't the one I read. Did they have earnings? No, they don't. They have earnings in 17 days. Potential takeover offer? That was Friday, August 25th, though. That's a long time ago. Where's today? This is today. Where did I read it? Oh, that's the one. That's the one I read. On BlackBerry radar devices for hazardous. Okay, that's the one. Okay, that is the news. For hazardous materials carriers, company announces the launch of a new series of BlackBerry radar devices. Okay, pretty interesting. We'll see what happens over there for scanning chemicals that can potentially kill you and harm you. Pretty interesting. I'm interested to see what happens. Nice pop on that catalyst for BlackBerry. Obviously a highly shorted stock. Let's go confirm if it still is a highly shorted stock. It's been a while since BlackBerry. Oh, you're telling me BlackBerry won't even show up? There you go. Not anymore a highly shorted stock. It used to be a pretty highly shorted stock. Only 2.7% short that we're seeing right now. So not as high as we thought. I guess the short flow game is done. Previously it was when it was in the higher price ranges. It was the higher short flow, but not anymore. Now getting back above $5. We have some resistance levels from 550 to 570. Possible short attempts near these areas. But if the stock is breaking out of this 550 to 570 to the north side, I will not ignore the long. So looking for 560 to 570 reject or push long. Okay, Carvana. Oh, we forgot to put notes for this one. 34.25 buyout. Boppity boop. SJM, I already told you what was SJM's fault for going down. Not a stock that I usually trade on a day trading scale, so I'm just gonna move on from SJM over there. No reason to have it on our watch list for tomorrow. I know I'm not gonna trade it, but the TWNK for sure going to be trading that one tomorrow. Next up we have Carvana popping up, monster pop up today, 8%, but not really getting up to that 53 level. We have been waiting for this 53 level for a long time. We even have alerts set up for this position, so no trade just yet. We're still waiting patiently for this 53 breakout for that possible move up to $60 or so, and until that day just got to be patient. So we'll put that notes back into our notes. 53 to 53 point let's just say, what was that price? 35 30 53.30 reject slash break long. So until that trade shows up for me, I'm not really going to be touching it. Don't like to short Carvana because the stock is crazy. RTX showing up on the loser scale today. RTX, Raytheon Technologies, if I remember correctly, aerospace and defense. It should be Raytheon, right? RTX is in aerospace. Is it not Raytheon? It is Raytheon. Oh, they have a different ticker for intelligence in space and missiles and defense. What? I don't know that. RMD? You're lying to me. They don't have that. Why are you lying to me? RIS? Is RIS a thing? They're lying to me. They're lying to me. Anyways, RTX, Raytheon Technologies, we did get it right. Aerospace, defense, technologies, everything. For some reason, pushing hard to the downside today. What was the catalyst for this one? Air New Zealand sees impact on its schedule from blah, 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 blah. Does Raytheon supply them? Ah, turbofan engines will have to be removed for quality checks. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, the faulty equipment, faulty machinery, scaring people who actually own it and paid money for those parts and so on. So obviously they have to take it out and repair them. Those catalysts coming in, that recall catalyst coming in, hurting RTX over here, hurting Raytheon Technologies, dropping to a new 52-week low. That will be a new 52-week low and pushing all the way down to the April 2020 ranges. So it looks like we're going somewhere around these ranges at the moment, and will be pretty interesting to see how the stock trades around these prices. We already have a level there off of that, so I'm gonna probably look for somewhere around here, that low consolidation. See, the stock actually hit that pretty much on the nose. That's pretty good. So these are the levels I'll be interested in. You know, the new 52-week low coming in, the previous 52-week low around $80. Most likely see a $80 rejection again, but I wouldn't be surprised if the stock goes back to 82 before you see a rejection coming in on RTX. So keep a watch on it. Sadly, the stock is a little bit spready right off the open. The volume's not really in there, but since today brought in that extra relative volume increase, average 10-day volume 7, today's volume 24, so an increase in relative volume, clearly putting the stock in play, gave you multiple chances to short the stock. Most likely was not looking at it today, sadly, for a trade. I guess I was just so infatuated and lost in the sauce with Tesla and missed out on some of these opportunities. But RTX would not be ignoring it tomorrow. Take a look at it. Some of these levels that I'll be interested in: 82, 80, and 75/76. Yeah, that 70, 76, 75. 75, which is a 52-week low. So RTX dropping down on faulty equipment, sadly. Pratt and Whitney engines recalled. Yes, sir, engine recall. Plus, coming to the end of the year, September, profit taking. Yeah, that's true. But September is usually supposed to be one of the most banger months for a lot of the traders. At least that's what I've been hearing. Banger months for a lot of the traders. Docu. Docu pushing to the downside today. I believe it was. Did it have earnings today? It had earnings recently. I remember that. Yeah, it didn't have earnings today. Despite 3%, despite revised guidance, earnings beat, and so on. Kloger, blah, blah. This was 3 days ago. This was the when we looked at the whole earnings move. Yeah, I remember talking about Docu when the earnings move actually came out. But they've been pushing down ever since that day. We're right back into this triple, quadruple bottom. I mean, look at that consolidation of that level. Monster level at that 47.70. You cannot ignore that level on that stock tomorrow. If we show any buying around this 47.70 to 46.70 to 46.50, then you wanna look for longs off of that level 46.50. I'm gonna put down these levels over here. But if selling does open up and you see the stock getting smacked to the downside past this level, then obviously you got a lot of room to the downside over here, all the way down to $40, all the way down to $42. So watch out for that short. These are the levels that I'd be keeping an eye on for the long or for the short for the stock. DocuSign. Qualcomm, we talked about the catalyst for it already, so let's just look for the trades on it. Support did come in around these lows, so I'll be interested to see if these lows come back into play, the 108.52 to 108 area. If this area comes back into play for some possible dip buys tomorrow, we also have these areas to come back into play tomorrow, the 110 breakout long, and even the today's high of 112 or so. If these levels do come into play, let me show you on the 5-minute scale how these levels look right there. So we're looking for possible dip buys into these area, or we're looking for a breakout of these areas to the north side, so we can start playing with that pre-market ranges, so somewhere around these moves. So 110, the stock did close at 110, 111, so keeping that in mind, possibly looking for a 112 breakout, or a nice little dip buy back into this 110, 111 area after the stock opening up higher in pre-market. So open up somewhere over here in pre-market, give us a dip buy to 110, and then we run up to 116. That would be the ideal trade in my opinion, but anything is possible, honestly. So these are the levels that I'd be interested in. Dip buy zones, pivot zone / another dip buy zone if the stock opens up much higher in pre-market. And if the stock opens up in pre-market and just looks to rally to the north side, then just simply get long and try to manage your risk as well as possible. Meta, same thing kind of applies over here. You know, I don't really trade Meta, to be honest. You guys saw how I got beat up on Meta today. So most likely not going to be looking at this position tomorrow. But if it does push into somewhere around these ranges, I'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, I'm not getting the read on the stock at the moment. But I will leave it up on my watch list because it is pretty interesting on what's happening with these positions at the moment. Woo-wee! Now, we're down to the last 10 stocks of the day. And we got about 10 minutes. Nah, screw it. I'm not walking my dog today. Poor Coco. You know what? Nah, I'll do it. I'll walk him. I'll take him for a quick little 10-minute walk. Because I owe him that. Poor guy stays at home all day. I owe him that. I'll go for a quick little 10-minute walk. Come back. Eat my dinner. Watch my TV shows, play my video games, and then go to bed. Do I have to film anything for you guys tomorrow? No, I don't think I have anything on schedule tomorrow. Okay, we're good. Well, let's get back. Already wasted 1 full minute on complete nonsense instead of talking about stocks. So Tesla, insane rally. You guys know the catalyst already, the supercomputer, robo-taxi, RoboCop, Tesla catalyst coming in, possible move right back to 280. The stock is getting ready for that relaunch to 300 over here. Let's see if that 300 can get reclaimed. We just tickled 300 and we failed, sadly, this rally over here, but trying to push back above to 300, and now just gotta be patient, man. Just gotta be patient. In my opinion, Tesla is a type of stock where you get very clear signals sometimes, or no signals at all. So if you get clear signals on the tape, you're seeing big buyers, $25 million coming up on the bid after breaking the high a day. Nothing is more clear than that. Nothing is more clear than that. 100,000 shares showing up that they want to buy the 100,000 shares long at 11, 12 o'clock in the day when the stock is already up, 8, 9% or whatever percent it is already up. It's insane to me. So clear signals like that, get long. I wish I had actually recorded my screen to show you guys what I'm talking about. For those of you who missed it, you just simply get long and enjoy those rides to the upside. We got some clean shorts too off this position today, but mostly it was just enjoy the longs tomorrow. Possible dip buys back into this 265 area, but I wouldn't be surprised with that dip buy opportunity at 265, but I wouldn't be surprised with that rally to 280. So watch out for Tesla over there. Monster moves. Tilray just comes under the same basket of weed stocks, but I would probably much rather trade CGC and ACB instead. But Tilray is always an option. Tilray's looking to fight that same previous high that we've been fighting around this 340 to 350 area. If we can get past that, we also have another wall at 360. So not really as excited to trade Tilray as I am to trade ACB or CGC. Penny stocks these days have been a little active, and ladies and gentlemen, for some reason popping up today, but not not too excited to trade NU. Yeah, 62 million shares brought in on the day today. Good little pump on the relative volume scale. In play two, I'm guessing Papa Buffett bought some more off of NU. What happened over here? JP Morgan upgraded the stock to $9 target. So Papa Buffett obviously very happy with that price target coming in to $9. Looks like that would keep the stock at a new 52-week high by breaking the 850 area. So if this stock can get above 750, maybe there is some possible longs to take a look at. I said I would not be excited, but we'll keep an eye out at 750, see if it gives us some trades over there, possible long slash rejections of 750 for some shorts on New Bank or New Holdings. I thought it was New Bank. It's just New Holdings. Okay. Next up, we have Palantir. Palantir 16 to 15 to 14 to 17. We got clear even dollar level ranges that the stock has been playing between for multiple days. Today, we got that $16 failure for a short move to the downside, giving you a nice little 30-cent move for a 20-cent move short on Palantir, $15 stock. 30-cent, 20-cent, that's a pretty damn good move if you ask me. So Palantir is still stuck in these ranges, not something that I would be interested to trade in, and I'll actually be removing it from this watch list unless we actually get to $17. So that one only comes in the watch list, sadly, because it was one of the top movers on the day with volume, one of the most active stocks on the day. That's how low volume we've been dealing with, because Tesla and wheat stocks have been taking all of the volume from the market. Apple, pretty big day tomorrow for Apple, as you guys can look at the thumbnail created. Let me see if I have it handy somewhere. I should have it handy. Should have it right here. As you guys can see the thumbnail over here, possible brand new iPhones being announced. The Apple event's called Wonderlust event. Doesn't Tim Cook's face look a little bit different? I wonder what it is. Yeah, Tim Cook's face looks a little bit different over there, but he's gonna be on the event tomorrow talking about his. Did I have this thing up the whole time while I was talking about all these stocks? That sucks. I had that overlay on the whole time while I was talking about stocks. I apologize. Do I need to recap some of these stocks for you guys? I forget how long has that been, and from where has that been. So if any of these stocks that you guys need a recap on, let me know. That sucks. But let me just go through Apple over here. Apple 180, once again, very much in play. This time, Apple using it to the upside catalyst. Apple actually is having that event tomorrow. Very big event on Apple, if you ask me. So we'll be looking forward to seeing if Apple announces iPhones or what kind of changes do they have. I was just joking about the whole 1 gram difference, but it will be hyped up. People will be hyped up. I'm wondering how much of a price ramp will be on their devices, if their products will be more expensive now that they're made in India instead of China. How many of these devices do they plan to make? What type of changes are happening? We do know Qualcomm is providing them with some sort of a chip, I believe, for 5G, if I remember correctly. If that was the deal that Qualcomm was having with Apple. So good catalyst overall, but Apple has been recently getting sold off quite a bit because of that whole China catalyst, right? China doesn't want, China's trying to go to war against USA at this point. That's all it is. So China is trying to now ban Apple products from US government officials, the same way US did for Huawei. So we'll see what ends up happening for Apple, because they do constitute a big chunk of money or revenue from China. That constitutes a big chunk of revenue from China. So Apple, that 180 level very much in play. Amazon, what a move today. Right back into that 52-week high, that 143.63. You gotta watch that level. Pinged that level perfectly. I mean, that high from this day coming right back into play. You can't ask for anything more than that on a stock. Tomorrow, if we see this level, breaking, I'm just going to put 180 on Apple here. Tomorrow, if we see this 143.50 area slash 143.60 area breaking to the north side, you simply get long and just enjoy the ride. If not, then you go short off of that level and just, have fun, because the stock will plummet back right down to 140s or even 137.10s. AMD, I'm going to continue to say AMD to not day trade this position at the moment. Very, very stuck in the ranges. Very whipsaw. I mean, if you have your stop here, you could have got blown out and then you're unhappy about how it got right back up to the north side. And if you had your stop over here, you could have gotten blown out and unhappy about how it's going back to the south side. So it depends on whatever side you are and where you're setting your stops. The stock is getting very pushed around very drastically on all directions, thanks to our friends from Nvidia, Intel, and even the ARM IPO pushing it down a little bit. So you want to be a little careful, in my opinion, trading AMD. AMD not a stock to day trade at the moment. It's a stock to leave alone. If you want to day trade chip stocks, Nvidia, Intel giving you much better opportunities, in my opinion. Nvidia, what a monster trade to the downside today. I mean, if you took the short off the open, you were laughing. We pushed all the way down to 445. That's the area that I'll be possibly looking for some dip buys. 445. Where does that 445 line even come from? Let's go take a look at that. Is that the 445 line? Yeah, it's, I guess, that gap. We got a little bit of more extension to the downside today, all the way up to 443. So I'll probably have to put 445 to 443 for possible levels to keep an eye out for on the stock. We'll also have to keep an eye out for 450, obviously. A nice little even significant dollar price level where the stock has struggled at previously. Keep an eye out for that level. And if we do pop up to the north side, possible shorts on the pops for Nvidia, because currently it seems very weak with the whole ARM IPO incoming. Intel, however, on the opposite side, booming straight to previous highs, or 52-week highs, I should say, at this 33.81, 33.80 area. So keeping an eye out at this at this $39, $38 price on Intel. Possible breakout of 39 to the north side, giving us a rally for a new 52-week high again, or a rejection of this $39 price level for a nice little short opportunity to the downside. So 38.80 to 39 on the stock over here on Intel. Kenvue coming back again on radars because they've been having a little bit of a negative catalyst. They're getting sued. They recently got added to the S&P 500 index, but now they're getting sued and gamed along with I'm saying gamed, but I guess they deserve it because of their Band-Aid and Tylenol products and so on. Their Tylenol products actually gave problems to mothers who had babies and took Tylenol products, sadly. So a little bit of a push to the downside off that negative catalyst, making a new 52-week low, bouncing after making that new 52-week low on the SSR trigger, I believe. And they also had another actual catalyst today, I believe, to the upside. Let me go find Kenvue. Can I find Kenvue, please? Where is it? Oh, there you go. Deutsche Bank raised the stock up to $27. So an upgrade coming in from Deutsche Bank, $27. They're saying all the way up to new all-time high is where the stock should belong in. I mean, I'm not gonna deny it that this company is a pretty damn big company. The S&P 500 kind of screwed with their valuation, and obviously now the recent litigations and problems that they have with themselves is also screwing with their valuation now. So 2250 area, possibly something to keep an eye out for. Possible shorts off this 2250, possible longs off of that 2250. So keep an eye out for that price. And that concludes our extensive watch list. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we make such a big watch list for ourselves every damn time and then struggle to kind of put it in a nice little 1 hour time period for you guys? I don't know. I don't know why I do it. I do it for the 8 viewers in chat right now. If that is the numbers, boy, I'm falling off. If that is the live view numbers right now, I am falling off as a streamer. Sad. The death of TraderPrad incoming already, and the career just started. All jokes aside, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate all the love and support that you guys have come by for that 20 likes. If you have not yet answered to your mom's text message, make sure you answer to your mom's text message and to let her know that you have indeed hit that like and subscribe to help your boy TraderPrad with that YouTube algorithm. Or keep in mind tomorrow, the Wonderlust event, so all eyes on Apple for quite a bit. Tech stocks will probably be, moving along with them. Earnings pre-market, don't really see too much exciting news coming in for pre-market. Nothing really after hours. So boring, all the way up to Thursday after close, which is Adobe. So Adobe coming in over there. We'll take a look at that one on that day. Do I have anything else that I wanted to talk about? Yes, I wanted to talk about a good friend of mine. I guess I hope I can say friend, but a trader on Twitter who posted a picture of his trades on Tesla. He traded TSLL, which is the 3 times or 1.5 times leverage ETF on Tesla, long in pre-market. How early did you wake up, you maniac? Long in pre-market. Multiple outs, held it all the way through pre-market into the open. Wow. Early bird gets the worm, chat. Early bird gets the worm. Long pre-market, out. And up 50K on the day. So monster trade for himself on TSLL over there. Here is the TSLA trade. Long right under 261, out right above 270. So almost $10 per share on Tesla for this boy. Valkyrie absolutely smacking the trades. Shout out to him. 50K on the day, man. Shout out to him. He doesn't even know that I'm giving him the shout out, but yeah, I love seeing traders bank it like that on amazing setups today. There were so many of them, no matter what side you were trading it, longs or shorts. Congratulations to all the winners, and if you did not win today, don't worry, we will get them tomorrow. Just gonna quickly go through a couple of my sponsors because they help me put food on the table. Because YouTube clearly ain't doing it, because I have yet to get 3,000 viewers to watch me, or 3,000 viewing hours. Trade ideas. My number one scanner out there. I use the scanner every single day to find the stocks that are moving. You're getting a little bit of a replay of how stocks are moving today. Look at this scanner over here. Pretty cool replay of a live view of how stocks were moving. And look, it says Tesla was the winner. And then it shows you the next winner coming up again, Tesla or SQQ. Snap was up today? I don't think it was. Ooh, Tesla, Teladoc, Tesla. Who's going to end up winning? This is just a race view that they have. Tesla does end up winning. We do know that because Tesla was just a monster move today at the end of the day. And this is a nice little race view. Ranks on what stock is doing better than the other stock compared to the whole market. A way for you to kind of look for relative strength in the market and only trade the stocks that have the relative strength behind them and ignore the other stocks in the market. It's pretty rare that you see Amazon and Apple show up on these scanners, but today Amazon did show up, and boy were they not wrong about it, because Amazon was ridiculously strong on the day with the strength that it had. So shout out to Trade Ideas. Use code PRAD15 to get 15% off. I also have a couple other sponsors. You guys have seen all the news networks coming in today. The Benzinga, you can click on the link below to get Benzinga Pro, also helps me with that one. And last but not least, TraderSync. Once we have more data on TraderSync to show to you guys will be looking at that a lot more often on my stats and my setups and so on. So stay tuned for that. But for now, feel free to get a 7-day free trial by clicking that link below. Click that link below in the description. Get yourself a 7-day free trial. All my social media links are also down below in the description. If you haven't followed yet, or join our Discord where we have a lot of fun every single day. We are in the voice call sometimes. We are talking about trade ideas for the futures, for options, for stock markets. Tons of educated people in there helping each other out. So if you're not in our Discord yet, you're making yourself a big disservice. It's absolutely free. I don't charge anything from anybody. I don't believe in making people pay for a Discord server. So I will be keeping it free for as long as I can until I start going broke, and then I'll have to start making money out of it, right? And I'm joking. I'll keep it free forever and ever. So make sure you join that server. We'll have a lot of fun in that one. Did I forget anything? Did I forget anything? Did I forget anything? Oh yeah, I am forgetting something. A new video was dropped today at the 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time at noon during lunchtime. I spent so long recording this and editing this yesterday. So please, 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 if you have not yet, watch the video, hit the like on it, and drop some comments in the comment section. Make the YouTube algorithm excited. Make TraderPrad's channel get pushed out more. I would appreciate all the love and support on that scale. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long night. I know you're probably looking to go to bed. Put your kids to bed. Thank you for spending this hour or so with your boy TraderPrad. I will be back tomorrow again, same time, same place. Lots of stuff in store. Lots of stuff in store. Lots of offline content, fun content like the one we recorded last night, educational content, and the train is just getting started. So get your tickets and all aboard before it's too late. Catch you guys on the next stream. Good night. Peace. Where's Fade to Black? Peace.